Did you know the US military boasts the largest defense budget in the world at a staggering $886 billion, with over 5,200 aircraft and 11,000 drones ready for action? And that's not all. Its 487,000 active duty soldiers form a force larger than the population of many world capitals. With such overwhelming power and advanced technology, it's no wonder everyone is a bit scared of the crazy US Army. But what makes this military truly unbeatable? When it comes to sheer size, the US Army is a behemoth. 487,000 active duty soldiers and nearly 1.3 million personnel in total. That's like mobilizing an entire metropolitan area for duty. To put this into perspective, most world capitals have smaller populations than the US Army alone. It's no wonder people are in awe, and maybe even a bit scared, of the US military's capabilities. But it's not just about the numbers. The US Army's responsibilities stretch far beyond American borders. They're not only tasked with defending the nation, but also play crucial roles in humanitarian missions, peacekeeping efforts, and disaster relief operations worldwide. These men and women are often the first to respond to crises, whether it's an earthquake in Haiti or a peacekeeping mission in Africa. Their commitment to preserving peace and stability both domestically and internationally highlights the noble purpose behind their actions. In short, the US Army is like the world's toughest bouncer, always ready to keep troublemakers at bay. The US military's budget for 2024 is a staggering $886 billion. That's right, billion, with a B. This budget dwarfs the military spending of other countries. For instance, China's military budget is $292 billion, and Russia's is $86 billion. The US is spending more on its military than the next 10 countries combined. This massive financial commitment ensures that the US military is equipped with the best technology and resources available. Breaking it down, the budget isn't just a lump sum thrown into one pot. It's carefully allocated among various branches of the military. The Army, Navy, and Air Force each get their share to ensure they can operate at peak efficiency. The Army receives around $177 billion, which would be the third largest military budget in the world if it were a country. The Navy gets the lion's share with $230 billion, ensuring it can maintain its fleets of ships and submarines. Meanwhile, the Air Force, including the Space Force, is allocated approximately $194 billion to keep the skies, and beyond, secure. One of the key reasons the US military is so formidable is its rigorous training programs. Unlike many other countries that rely on conscript armies, such as China and India, the US military is entirely professional. This means that every soldier, sailor, airman, and marine is a volunteer who has chosen this career path. They undergo extensive training that includes soul-crushing exercises and an in-depth understanding of military tactics. One of the highlights of this training is the annual United States Army Combat Fitness Test, ACFT. This test is designed to assess the readiness of all personnel and closely represents movements on an active battlefield. It includes exercises like squats, deadlifts, power throws, push-ups, pull-ups, and a 2-mile run. These aren't just random exercises. They are carefully chosen to ensure soldiers are fit for combat. If a soldier fails the test, they're put under observation and must meet the standards by the next test. This rigorous training ensures that US soldiers are not only physically fit, but also mentally prepared for the challenges they might face in the field. When it comes to military hardware, the US Army is like a kid in a candy store, but instead of sweets, they've got tanks, aircraft, and ships. The M1 Abrams tank is a beast, built to dominate the battlefield. This tank is not only heavily armored, but also packs a punch with its advanced targeting systems and firepower. Then there are the Bradley fighting vehicles, designed to transport troops while offering significant protection and firepower. And don't forget the Stryker armored personnel carriers. Versatile and mobile, perfect for a variety of combat scenarios. One of the game changers in recent conflicts has been the HIMARS, High Mobility Artillery Rocket System. These systems have shown their devastating effectiveness in the ongoing Russo-Ukraine war. They offer precision targeting and can deliver a barrage of rockets quickly and accurately, making them a formidable force on the battlefield. It's no wonder the US military relies heavily on these systems to maintain their edge. Moving to the skies, the US Air Force boasts the largest aerial armada in history, with over 5,200 military aircraft. This includes the reliable F-16C, which has been a staple in the US Air Force for decades. But the real showstopper is the F-22A Raptor. This jet is so advanced that some people joke it must have been designed by aliens. Its stealth capabilities, advanced avionics, and super cruise features make it nearly unbeatable in air combat. And then there's the B-2 Spirit Bomber, which is practically invisible to radar and can carry both conventional and nuclear weapons. It's designed to penetrate deep into enemy territory undetected, making it one of the most strategic assets in the US arsenal. On the seas, the US Navy is unmatched. With 485 vessels, including 11 aircraft carriers, they ensure that no other navy in the world can rival their power. These aircraft carriers are floating fortresses, capable of launching and recovering aircraft, projecting power anywhere in the world. But the Navy isn't just about ships. It's also home to some of the most elite Special Forces units, like Navy SEAL Team 6. These guys go through some of the toughest training imaginable, and their missions are often shrouded in secrecy. They're the go-to team for the most dangerous and critical operations. These are not your grandfather's bombs. These munitions can hit a specific target with pinpoint accuracy using GPS, infrared, or laser guidance. During the Gulf War, PGMs made up only 9% of the weapons used, but accounted for about 75% of all successful hits. That kind of effectiveness is why the US has continued to invest heavily in these technologies. The continuous enhancement of PGM capabilities has been a priority for the US military. They're always looking for ways to improve accuracy, reduce collateral damage, and increase the effectiveness of these weapons. This investment ensures that when the US military needs to take out a target, they can do so with incredible precision and efficiency. Nowadays, drones have become a primary weapon in the US military's arsenal. They're no longer just passive observers, they're active participants in the battlefield. These drones can carry out precision strikes, support ground troops, and even take down enemy drones. It's like something out of a sci-fi movie, but it's happening right now. Drones like the MQ-9 Reaper are equipped with Hellfire missiles and can loiter over a target area for hours, providing real-time intelligence and striking when necessary. This transformation has given the US a significant edge, allowing it to conduct operations with minimal risk to human pilots. The prospects for drone technology are even more exciting. The US military is constantly looking ahead, investing in next-generation technologies that could change the face of warfare. One area of interest is space-based weaponry. Imagine satellites equipped with advanced sensors and weapons, capable of detecting and neutralizing threats from space. This might sound like something from Star Wars, but it's not as far-fetched as you might think. The Space Force, a branch of the US military, is actively exploring these possibilities, aiming to ensure US dominance in space, as well as on Earth. Another exciting development is the advancement of drone technologies. We're talking about swarming drones that can operate in coordination, performing complex maneuvers and overwhelming enemy defenses. These drones can be programmed to work together, creating a network that's incredibly difficult to counter. The idea is to have these autonomous drones carry out missions with minimal human intervention, making operations faster and more efficient. Moreover, there's ongoing research into improving the endurance and capabilities of drones. The goal is to develop drones that can stay airborne for longer periods, carry heavier payloads, and operate in more challenging environments. Think about drones that can fly for days, equipped with cutting-edge sensors and weaponry, ready to respond to any threat at a moment's notice. So, what are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below.